Things that people get wrong about makeup and skincare. Hello guys, so today's video is about, well, you heard the title, do I really have to repeat it? But anyway, so I know this is a little bit of a random topic, but we're talking about it because there's one specific one that bothers me a lot, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not a makeup artist, I barely have really even delved into doing my skincare and all of that. I am 20 years old, so pretty young, so therefore I only look good because of my age or something like that, you know. This is not a one-size-fits-all solution, whatever I'm saying. It's kind of general. I'm not going to be talking about any specific products or techniques or anything like that, except to use mine as an example, just to show you like, hey, this is how I got to where I am or whatever. But I'm not going to say everybody do that because I know automatically that's just not how it works, okay? But also, I want you guys to understand this. Just because somebody doesn't present facts and statistics to you doesn't mean what they're saying doesn't have any merit, okay? You can use logic as well. Logic is the bridge between facts and opinions, right? So if there's logic behind your opinions, there's a chance that it's factual. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the best at it or whatever, but I'm just trying to preface this for you guys just to let you know that I think I got some of these things right, okay? Yes, I didn't fact check or whatever. Well, one of them is kind of fact checked by somebody else, not by me, but I'm just letting you guys know, okay? So yeah, people do speak from experience, but it's also about, again, logic, okay? So let's just go ahead and get into it. So the thing that I have the most peeve with, okay, is lips. So let me tell you guys my story with doing lips. So when I was younger, these things didn't really bother me. Like, you just use chapstick or whatever. When I got to the age of 10 or 11, I started to use lip gloss because I noticed that it moisturized my lips a lot. Also, at some point, I also started using menthol products on my lip, which was like a lip plumping thing. That thing individually wasn't the problem, but I used it a lot because of how it makes you feel and because it feels moisturizing. But I later, after about 2 weeks of using that product, it messed up my lips. Okay, they were so dry, even chapstick couldn't even go on it. So I realized that menthol was the problem. So I cut out menthol entirely from that point and I started using raw shea butter. And pretty much since then, that's what I've been using to moisturize my lips. It took about 2 weeks for my lips to get used to that shea butter as opposed to using chapstick and all of that. But it has definitely been worth it. So I'm just going to show you guys. My lips look like this. I know the lighting is not really that good. Hold on. Yes, I have shea butter on right now. I could take it off. They haven't really been moisturized that much, so they're not in the best state, but this is what has happened in my lips now. You don't see any cracks. They are just nice and neat. The way I apply it is kind of weird, so I probably have to show you guys that. Also, I am going to say this for reference later in the video. I have dry skin, so I don't know if that's why my lips like shea butter that much, but that's what works for my lips is what I'm trying to say. I am trying to get off of it because I recognize that it's kind of inconvenient and sometimes my lips need a bunch to stay moisturized, like probably 2 grams or something, like a whole lot, okay? I'm gonna apply it for you guys though, just to show you guys what I've been doing, okay? And I might have to voice over it, and it is kind of specific to my dry skin needs or whatever. So the products I'll be using is shea butter, something to scoop it because it helps making applying not just easier, but also for some reason it does a better job than your finger, and also some lotion, okay? And the lotion is water based because the shea butter is oil. It's a weird trick that I've been using probably since I was 11 to keep the lip balm in place. So what I do first is I wet my lips. Sometimes if I just finish eating, I don't have to do this. Just water. You don't use lotion. You can't use saliva because it dries out your lips anyways. Just literally water, right? Putting that before I put on the lip balm or the shea butter or whatever. For some reason, it helps it to retain the lip balm. I don't know why. It even works with lip gloss. Saying that I have dry skin basically means that my skin needs oil, okay? But yeah, so I do that, and you don't rub the water in, okay? I might have to freeze this a little bit. I just want to explain this to you so that you guys know. So if you have dry skin, this might work for you, is basically what I'm trying to say. You don't have to use shea butter, but just use any like organic lip balm that you find, right? Don't rub it in. Don't overuse the water because then nothing will stay on at all, okay? Anyway, so I use that water, and then after my lip is like semi-moist, I'll put the shea butter on. And I use this little thing, which is supposed to be an ear stick, to get it out from my little bottle there. I usually grab more than I need, and I kind of just wipe the excess on the jar because I've noticed that this is the best way to apply it. After that, I kind of just rub in the shea butter. Don't rub it in too much, okay? Or your lip balm. Just rub it in just enough to the point where it's sitting on your lips. And I don't use a mirror for this, but I might need a mirror if I don't want to apply too much. You need to use your finger to apply more than what you need. And I guess with lip balm, it's kind of the same thing. Again, this might just be because my skin is weird or whatever. After that, I will use the lotion, which is, I guess I'm saying water-based, okay? It's a moisturizing, like a watery kind of lotion. So I will use a small drop, like a little dab of that around my lips. And that also helps to keep the lip balm on. If you don't do the water thing and the lotion thing, and you have dry skin and whatever, your lip balm will drop after a certain amount of time, and you want it to last as long as possible. So for some reason, these are the two weird tricks that I do to keep them on. And this shea butter thing, if you sleep with it overnight, it lasts, but you can basically feel when your lips want more. Typically, it lasts 1 to 3 hours. It doesn't really last that long, I will admit, so that's why I kind of need to work on it. But the thing is, the end result is that my lips are very healthy and moisturized. They're only cracked if I don't do this, right? So this does work, okay? It's just that it's kind of probably like too high maintenance or whatever. The point of me telling you this is not to get everybody to do it, even if you have dry skin. The point of me telling you this is to say that you don't see this in media. Like, people usually use lip gloss to moisturize their lips. If you're always using a synthetic product on your body, even if it's something that's meant to help you, such as soap, like, your body is not gonna be happy with that, you know? Just think about it, right? We are humans, we come from the earth, so we should be using things that are from the earth on us most of the time. For example, like wearing natural fibers so that your skin isn't always irritated. Now, it doesn't mean you only ever use natural stuff, because if you do that, it becomes bland, right? So I'm not saying you only stick to natural stuff, but you want your natural stuff to be your base. You want to be doing the natural stuff before you start using synthetics, so that when I apply my lip gloss, my lips are already moisturized. The lip gloss is just there to make my lips look pretty. I was applying it once every hour when I was 11, and I noticed that something was definitely wrong with that. Like, yes, the shea butter thing is also weird. Honestly, it kind of has a similar thing going on with it. It doesn't stay on for very long unless I use like a whole lot on my lips, or unless overnight. But at least it keeps my lips healthy. At least it's a natural thing. So that's why you can't just rely on only synthetic products. And if you only ever rely on natural products, then there's no more pizzazz, right? So I'm just trying to tell you guys that the balance is the better way to go, as with most things in life. All right, so yeah, that's for me. That's how I do my lips, and that's how they stay healthy. Another thing that people do kind of rough is nails. Oh, fake nails, you know, you want your nails to be long, you use fake nails to do it. The glue is gonna mess up your nails. I have had gel on my nails directly, and they drilled them and they messed up my nails, and I was so mad, okay? So I don't do that anymore. Now, I'm also going to show you guys what my nails look like, because they're also in good shape. Again, 20, you know the whole thing I said to you guys earlier, whatever, okay? This is how they look. I literally just filed them today. Don't judge my hands. To be honest, I don't really take good care of them. So that was my right hand, and this is my left hand, which I typically do a better job filing. And they are a nice round shape. That one is literally just my preference, has nothing to do with taking care of your nails. So for me, guys, I file my nails once a week with metal nail files, and that's not necessarily why they're in good shape, but I feel like it makes the nails a little bit stronger. Those things that you just throw away after a certain point of time, it's just a waste of your money, okay? I haven't really been doing my cuticles on my hand yet, because when I was little and we used to do that more often, it always makes the skin peel. So what should we do with nails? Please try and avoid fake nails. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to do things exactly the way I do them. I know that I'm giving myself as an example, but it's because I know they're in good shape. I don't paint my nails a lot in general. Probably on average is once every 6 months. Is that a stretch? Yes, but the point is I don't use any of those strengthener stuff, but if you need that to get your nails strong, then go ahead. I failed to mention this in the video, but this is also pretty important. Nail length. I like to make them long, but at a certain length my nails start to break, so I individually measured them to see what length works for me. So you do have to watch for that as well. Even if you are going to use strengtheners and stuff like that, if your nails are too long, even if they don't break, they're more likely to, right? Just because of the fact that they are going to bump into more things. So don't make them too long. Even if it's a stylistic choice, let it be long enough to be pretty but short enough to be practical. I think the more important thing to keep your nails strong is filing them, and if you're going to do heavy work with them, wear gloves to at least protect them. Okay, for me, like, I like washing my clothes with my hands, but I'm always wearing gloves, which protects my nails well. But my hands are wrinkled because I am not wearing the best gloves, but that's a whole nother thing, okay? We're talking about nails here. Another thing I don't do with my nails is, so there's certain things that your nails can be used to do. For example, let's say you peel a tangerine, let's say you're opening a soda can, let's say like you're trying to open a keychain. Stop using your nails for stuff like that, because that's how you mess them up, okay? So instead, right, if you want to open the keychain, there's like probably better ways to do it. I don't really know, but a good example is pliers. If you want to peel your tangerine, use a knife to like get the first part, and then you can use your hand for the rest. And then if you want to open the soda can, again, you can use a knife, you can use any slim thing to do it, right? Sometimes also taking batteries out of maybe a remote or something, instead of using your nails. This is a weird one. Bend a paper clip and use it, okay? Use a nail file, use a pen, something that can take it out without you directly touching it. Why? Because the more you do those things, you're just weakening your nails. Like, yes, I know this is extra time, extra products, but you need to learn to take care of yourself, okay? And I'm speaking not just to you, but to me, okay? I don't want you guys to be like me, okay? I don't want you to ignore that unless like you literally don't have a choice, okay? So that's why I'm opening your eyes to these things. Stop using your nails and your body and stuff like that for things that when you can protect them, okay? Just because you work hard doesn't mean you shouldn't take good care of yourself, or it doesn't mean you should be raggedy all the time. So try. If you have the means, try. If you don't have the means, you can still cut some corners. For example, a knife is something that a lot of people have. So use that knife, don't use your hand, right? Anyway, yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, okay? Now skin is something that, this is not my area of expertise, guys, okay? It's something that I've started very recently at 19 years of age. So this I learned from Mrs. May Alice Suzuki. She has a YouTube channel, and this is where I learned this from. So there's basically 4 types of skin. There's combination, dry, medium, balanced, and then there's oily. So basically what you want to do is you cater your moisturizing needs, your cleanser needs, all that to what your skin likes. And basically we can say water-based and oil-based. This is the way I see it, because whether it's combination or not, or your skin either likes oil or water. And with me and my mom, let me say me, I have dry skin. It does not like water. My hair also does not like water. They act the same is basically what I'm trying to say, right? So that might be a tip for you. If you don't know, just test and see how your hair reacts to water versus oil. My hair and my skin both like oil, but they are not oily, so it means I have to put oil on them. You can tell by the texture which one is water-based, which one is oil-based. You know what I mean? Now, again, it's gonna be different for everybody, but the point is that you need to figure out which one your skin wants. And again, sticking to organic, you know, I kind of explained this already. Guys, this was a bit, okay? And I really have a lot of cleaning and stuff to be doing, but I also really wanted to make this video. But we're gonna end it here so that I don't have to have too much time editing. Bye!